Okay, great. So, and again, good morning to some of you and good evening to some of you. Thank you everyone for joining this session today. My name is Maria and I'm a regional account executive here at Octopi. Together with me is Asaf from our technical team, who is here to answer any technical questions you may have at the end of this session. So I would like to share with you the agenda for today's webinar. I'm going to start with a short presentation to tell you a little bit about Octopi, what we do, how we do it, and then I'm going to dive into the demo and show you our platform and the different modules we have here at Octopi. And finally, we're going to have a Q&A session, and the end, Asaf and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. You're welcome to submit those questions in the Q&A section in Zoom, and we'll be happy to answer them at the end. So a little bit about Octopi. Octopi was actually started several years ago. The founders come from the BI landscape, where they were leading BI groups in different industries and where they faced many of the same challenges most of you are now facing on a day-to-day basis. Lack of visibility and control of metadata that is scattered across many systems in the data intelligence landscape. And the manual work required in day-to-day activities is actually why many organizations and companies are seeking a solution to provide clarity automatically into their landscape. So how do we actually do it? This slide actually gives you a better understanding of how we work. Now, this is an example of a typical BI infrastructure that we see amongst our customers. On the left-hand side, you can see an example of different business applications that are being used by business users. Those business users are entering data into those systems in large quantities, and they consume this data in return. However, they don't have access to this data. And this is why the BI team is responsible for making this data available to the business users. And this is why at any given point in time, the BI team needs to know where the data is and understand its movement process through the BI systems, meaning where it's coming from and where it's going to. This may be due to reporting errors or impact analysis issues. Now, since the metadata is scattered all over the BI landscape, our customers tell us that BI groups spend more than 50% of their time just trying to discover and understand where the metadata is in order to understand the relationship, connections, and the data lineage. And in order to overcome all of these challenges, we developed a cross-platform automated SaaS solution that extracts all the metadata and centralizes it for you in one place, analyzes it, and makes it available to you from many systems. We are able to do this by simply extracting the metadata from different BI tools. This is then uploaded to our cloud for analysis. And then within 24 up to 48 hours, you get a detailed picture of your BI landscape. So what I'd like to do next is actually share with you a short demo of our platform. So what you're currently looking at is our user-friendly dashboard. On the left, we have different modules that are being supported by our platform. We have the Lineage module, and within the Lineage module, we actually support 3 layers of Lineage. We have the cross-system lineage, where on a very high level, we connect between the different systems, between the different ETLs, databases, analysis, and reporting tools. And this is where we show you all the tables and all the views. We have the inner system lineage, and this is where we focus on a particular process like an ETL or report, for example. This is where you'll be able to see all the transformations, all the calculations, and all the maps. And then finally, we have the end-to-end column-to-column lineage. And this is where we focus on a particular column. from the moment it entered the BI landscape all the way through to reporting and analytics. Now, another module we have here at Octopi is the discovery module. The discovery module is when there is a need to search for a specific item in the entire BI landscape that is connected to Octopi. It can be a field, a line of a code, a word, a calculation, or a text, for example. This module provides a more technical information about the different objects. And then finally, the last module is our automated data catalog. This module helps companies and organizations to manage, understand, and discover data assets in a better way, and enables the capability to add business information for the assets such as tags, descriptions, ratings, sensitivity, data owners, etc. Now, what I'd like to do now is actually demo the power of Octopi with reference to a few different use cases within the BI landscape, of course, which will touch on the various modules within the platform at a high level. And the first use case I'd like to start with seems to be the most common one among our customers. And this is when there is an error in a report. Now, let's say a support ticket is issued by a business user asking the BI team to investigate the problem in the report to see how the data landed on it. Those responsible will now need to reverse engineer the report. Now, this process is usually done manually. It takes a lot of time and usually involves different people from different departments. Now, this wouldn't be the case while using Octopi. So let's see how we would address the challenge for you. So Octopi will search through the various BI systems to gather the metadata. And here and in one place, we can see where Octopi gathered the metadata from. So you can see that the metadata we collected is represented by different ETLs, store procedures, database objects, files, and finally, reports. Now, back to our use case scenario. Now, traditionally, what happens is that the data intelligence team would need to investigate how the data landed in the report. In order to do that, they would need to investigate the structure of the report and the reporting system. Then it all needs to be mapped. And then they would need to contact the DBA to understand the exact name tables and views that were related to the creation of that report. They would also need to understand if the fields or labels are given the same names, and if not, which glossary was used. And even after they've investigated all this, which may take a few days, the DBA may still say there is nothing wrong with the table and views. However, maybe something changed in the ETL processes associated with these tables and reports. Now, this may take days, weeks, or even longer. Now, what I just described is a typical scenario of how the process works nowadays in most organizations. And what I'd like to show you now is how it can be done at Octopi in a matter of seconds. So what I'm going to do next, I'm actually going to search for a report. And the name of the report with the issue is Order by Sales Rep Summary. Now, as I type the name of the report, you can see the Octopi already filtered through relevant ETLs, store procedures, database objects, files, and reports. Now, we can actually see that this is Power BI report. Now, clicking on the lineage of that report, we can actually see the first layer of lineage that I previously mentioned, and it's cross-system lineage. And in a matter of seconds, we can actually see the entire infrastructure of the report at the cross-system level. Now, in most organizations, this may have taken hours, days, or even longer to obtain. Now, I'm going to open the legend so you'll be able to see the different colors, the ETLs marked in blue, the databases marked in red, and then the report itself marked in green. Now, what we're going to do next is actually dive into the report itself to find the column total due sum that we're having trouble with. by looking at the inner system lineage transformations and logic of that report. And the way to do it, all we need to do is just click on the report and click on the report view, or in other words, inner system lineage. Now, what we're able to see here is the inner system lineage of this Power BI report that shows a map view of the source, transformation, and target columns. Now, in case you have any calculations there, all you need to do is just click on the formula here, and you'll be able to see the expression itself here on the right. Now, the next thing I want to do is actually click on the column itself, total due sum. And by clicking on it, we will be able to see the inner system lineage of that column. Now, if I need to understand the end-to-end lineage of this column, all I need to do is simply click on the 3 dots here and choose end-to-end column lineage. And in a matter of seconds, it will show us the end-to-end lineage of this column from the moment it entered the BI landscape all the way through to reporting and analytics. Now, in order for me to get a complete understanding of this column, I need to understand the business meaning of it. And in order to do that, all I need to do is simply click on those 3 dots again and choose View in Automated Data Catalog. And it will actually show us the asset description in the data catalog, completing the picture and providing us with all the necessary information to make the necessary corrections. Now, for those of you who are interested, please feel free to reach out to me. Here are my contact details. I would be happy to schedule another meeting to show you a more detailed demo of our lineage and data catalog solutions. Now, at this point, Asaf and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have that were submitted in the Q&A section. And feel free to submit any additional questions in case you want to submit them now. Okay, so I have some questions here. The first question that I can see here is, how long does it take to start using this product? Well, our product, our platform can be up and running within less than a day. All you need to do is just extract the metadata, upload it to Octopi, then we analyze it for a few hours, and the product is ready to be used. Now I have another question. Who is the typical user of your product? Everyone in the BI group. It can be the support and operation when they need to solve issues. It can be the business analysts when they need to design, change, or build a new business process. And of course, the developers. Okay, another question I have here. Do you extract data as well? No. We actually don't deal with data. We don't extract any data. Octopi only extract the metadata. Okay, so I have another question here from Dustin. Hi, Dustin. Nice to see you again. How do you access Octopi? Will you have to install software or can you access through web? And Asaf, I will let my colleague Asaf to answer this question.
Sure, I'll be happy to answer that question. Hi, everyone, and hi, Dustin. Great to see you. So, Dustin, the answer is actually that you do not need to install anything. Octopi is fully accessible through the web to use the application itself. You just need to use a browser such as Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, and that's all you need to use Octopi. Thank you.
And Asaf, Dustin actually has another question. Do you provide performance results of the queries?
Okay, thank you, Dustin, for the additional question. When you ask if regarding the performance results, are you asking regarding your own queries, or you mean the queries in Octopi? In any case, this is something that I know that we are looking into in the future. We do not have the performance queries within your database in the organization. However, we can I can share with you this is something that we're thinking about too. Thank you.
Thank you, Asaf.
Great.
Okay, another question I have here. Does your product need special training? Well, Octopi is actually a very intuitive tool. Having said that, as part of our onboarding process, your dedicated customer success manager provides training sessions, which enables users to be up and running within an hour. Okay, another question I have. Okay, so Asaf, I will let you answer this question. What kind of system or database privileges does Octopi require? Carol is asking.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Carol. Thank you for the question. So in general, the answer is that we do not need special privileges. We need to read access privileges, although there are some systems for which we require permissions to query the code. It changes from system to system. You might have noticed that in Maria's slides that we support a huge range, actually dozens of systems. And of course, the privileges change from system to system, whether it's Oracle, Microsoft systems, and so forth. And in general, it is read-only. And for extracting code, we will ask specific permissions. If you have specific questions, Carol, regarding your systems, please let us know. Get in touch with Maria. You see her email address, and we'll be happy to tell you the privileges that we need for your systems. Thank you.
Thank you, Asaf. Okay, let me check if we have another questions here. Okay, how do you extract metadata from the BI systems? So Octopi performs a three-step process as follows: extracting and parsing all metadata types from each BI and database platforms, performing reverse engineering in order to understand the dependencies and cross connections of the metadata objects in the various layers of each platform, modeling and indexing metadata to create context among all the platforms, which enables high performance while getting results in a few seconds. And let me just see if we have any additional questions. Okay, question from Carol again. Does Octopi need accounts on each system? Well, I'll answer this question. Octopi doesn't require multiple accounts on each system. The way it works is that when we extract the metadata from the different BI systems that you have, such as ETLs, databases, and reporting tools, we actually upload it to our cloud for analysis. And this is where, Carol, all the magic happens. This is where all the metadata is being analyzed, parsed, modeled, indexed until it's ready for discovery. And this is where actually having one account at Octopi, we're able to connect between the different systems and actually, provide you with the 3 layers of lineage that I previously mentioned, such as cross-system lineage, inner system lineage, and end-to-end column-to-column lineage. Okay, I'm looking if we have Octopi runs as SaaS. How do you determine, capacity? Asaf, would you like to help me answer this question, please?
Sure, yes, I'll be happy to answer that question.
Thank you.
So yes, Carol, as you mentioned, Octopi is a SaaS solution, meaning that you do not need to install anything to use the application itself. The only requirements that we have regarding installation is, as Maria has mentioned, we have a small application for running the metadata extractions for your source systems. I should mention that we have predefined requirements for running those metadata extractions. Basically, the requirements are it's to be installed on a Windows operating system, and we do not require a huge amount of space to run those metadata extractions, and they should also be run in admin mode on your PC. Again, if you have specific questions regarding your systems, just let us know, Carol, and again, we will send you the requirements for the systems that you have.
Okay, great. Thank you, Asaf, for, Carol wrote, thank you as well. Thank you, Carol, for the great questions. Of course, we're looking forward to connecting with you and, of course, sharing additional details with you. Okay. Okay, I'm looking if we have any additional questions. Okay, last chance to submit your questions in case you have any additional questions. Then you're welcome to submit them in the QA chat box. Okay, great. So thank you everyone for joining this webinar and for this live demo where I presented the 3 layers of lineage and the data catalog. Feel free to reach out to me again. This is my email address. And for the questions we weren't able to get to, we'll answer you personally via email. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you, Asaf.
Thank you, Maria.
Bye.